Hi, back again to do some install videos for Terraflex. Today we have the Piggyback Falcon shocks. They're a brand new product. I'm going to be installing it on my beauty, Candyland JK. First step, we're going to take the tires off. Tires are all off, now for easier access. Next step is to remove the shock. There's 2 bolts above at the top of the shock, and then the one at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those. Muscle to help me get that one out of there. It's what happens when you bounce off your shock mount a few times and bend it out of whack. So, but it's out of there. Time for the next step. Alright, so there's some minor adjustments when installing these new shocks. The outside hole has to be drilled to 5/8. That is going to fit in the original shock mount so that this can go through, and then the reservoir is going to mount on the outside. So our next step is we're going to drill out the outside diameter. All right, so we drilled out the bigger diameter on the outside. Okay, so I have an 18mm socket, 6mm Allen wrench. I'm just gonna help myself out a little bit here. All right. Now, have to tighten it down to 40 foot-pounds of torque. All right, time to install the shock. First step, loosely installed this bolt right here. That's where the slotted end will fit in. And then we'll start the second one. As always, grease aids in installation. Rub it in real good. Then put some in the hole from both sides. And then wipe your hands because grease is gross. Now that we're properly lubed, we're going to install it on the bottom pin. All right, final steps. We're going to put the washer on, put the nut on. We're going to torque that one down to 40 foot-pounds and the uppers to 30. And then voila, we're rocking the Falcon shocks. Okay, so we figured out best practice on the passenger side. We're going to work through it on the driver's side now. There's better access to see what we're doing, and I know what the hell I'm doing now. So first step, I'm going to stick the tab through the opening. All right, so tab goes in the opening. Bushings are on there. And fish the top through there. Bushing washer on top. Your nut on top of that. All right, hand tightened. Now, all right, so just gonna keep tightening that down. It's only 15 pounds of torque on that, so I'll get that tightened down and then we'll work on putting the bottom together. All right, so I pretty much got this tightened down. So I want to make a side note here. That bracket that went through the shock frame tower thingy, there's a tab on this side too, and there's an indent that it fits into. There's a little marking on there right there, so you just want to make sure that that slides into that indent and seats down inside there. Now, so since that's pretty much done, we'll move on to the lower. I've banged up my shock mount a little bit, so I'm gonna have to adjust that a little bit to be able to get the lower in. I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so lower, all I did was I widened those up a little bit, and it's just lifting up and pushing in. There we go. Aha. What did I do with my nut? I lost my neck. This one torque of 40 pounds. All right, we'll do a quick walk around. You got your rears. I'm setting them on 1 for now. See how that goes? It's nice about these to have the ability to change things up when I go off-road, which I'm super excited about. Love how the front tucks right up underneath the well there. Went ahead and did a 5-tire rotation while I had it up. Just have one more thing. I'm waiting for the Falcon steering stabilizer. I'm still running stock. And I do what I call active steering, which sucks. But I got new tie rod ends there. I'll put that stuff in once the stabilizer comes in. Thanks, guys.